Part 1. 1. The first night. Blackford Moor road coils like a serpent through the heather hills, its asphalt glistening under a mist that feels alive. Sergeant Elara Kane, 34, drives her battered patrol Land Rover through the fog, radio whispering static. Her headlights slice through a world without edges, no stars, no moon, just the endless hum of the Highland wind. A voice crackles through. Unit K-12, report location. She answers, Blackford Stretch, mile marker 13. Visibility low. Then, is silence. No response. Not even static. The line dies. Ahead, something white shimmers on the road. At first, it looks like fog caught in the beams, then it moves. A woman stands barefoot on the wet tarmac, wearing a torn white nurse's dress soaked dark at the collar. Her hair clings to her pale face, eyes hollow, throat slashed open but no longer bleeding. Elara slams the brakes. You shouldn't be out here. The woman raises a trembling finger, pointing toward the cliffside beyond the guardrail. Elara steps out, flashlight cutting through vapor. Are you hurt? The figure doesn't speak. Just points. Elara follows the direction, and sees faint smoke curling from below. She scrambles down the muddy slope and finds a car wreck, flames licking the grass. Inside, a man hangs upside down, trapped in his seatbelt. She cuts him free as the car explodes behind them, rolling them both into the mud. The man coughs, alive. When Elara looks back up the hill, the woman in white is gone. Later that night, while filling her report, a drop of blood lands on her hand. She looks up. The ceiling of her patrol car drips red. Just one drop. 2. The second night. Fog thicker. Air colder. Elara drives again through mile marker 13, headlights dimmed by mist. She glances at the roof, no blood tonight. Maybe her mind is playing tricks. Then, there she is again. The same woman, same torn dress. This time, Elara stops, and steps out immediately. You led me to him, didn't you? The woman's mouth trembles. Her voice is faint, like breath over glass. 1. Each night. Then she points east. Elara drives the direction of her finger, heart pounding. Down a narrow dirt road, she finds a camping van half submerged in a bog. Inside, a family of 3, trapped by rising water. She smashes the window, pulls the youngest child first, then the parents. Mud sucks at her boots as headlights flicker. When the last one is safe, a shadow moves across the bog, tall, thin, wrong. A shape that absorbs the light rather than reflects it. It stands watching from the mist. Eyes faintly red. Elara's flashlight flickers. Who's there? No answer. Just the sighing wind. When she looks back, the family's gone, it vanished into the fog, leaving wet footprints that fade into nothing. Elara returns to her Land Rover. On the roof, 2 drops of blood glisten. 3. The 8th night. Each night, it happens again. A pointing ghost. A desperate rescue. A new drop of blood for every soul lost. By night 8, the inside of Elara's patrol car looks like it's weeping. The roof stains run down her windshield, a slow crimson rain that never dries. She's sleeping 2 hours a night, haunted by the voice of the nurse whispering through her radio static. 18 nights, then it ends. That night, the mist is so thick she can't see the bonnet of her car. She passes mile marker 13, no ghost. Then the headlights catch something ahead, 3 figures standing side by side. Isabel Fraser is among them, her eyes like stormlight. Beside her, a man with his skull crushed, helmet split in 2. A girl in a school uniform, her collar soaked in blood. Elara grips the wheel. What do you want from me? All 3 lift their arms and point north. Suddenly, her radio screeches. Multiple vehicle collision, timber truck overturned, Blackford North route. Elara's tires spin in the gravel as she races into the mist. 4. The crash site. The road glows orange from fire. A logging truck lies on its side, blocking both lanes, logs scattered like spears. 3 cars crushed beneath. She hears screams. Metal groaning. Elara smashes a car window, drags a driver out as flames crawl closer. A woman in the second car is impaled by a splintered log, still breathing. She pulls, but it's too late. The woman gasps once and goes still. Behind her, the mist shudders. A shape emerges, taller than any man, wrapped in smoke. It has horns like broken branches, its skin like shifting ash. The woman's body jerks. A red thread of vapor pulls from her mouth into the creature's hands, her soul, devoured. Elara raises her gun and fires. Bullets pass through like through fog. The creature's voice is inside her skull. Let them die, feed me. Isabel's ghost appears beside Elara, screaming. Night 18, your blood will seal the cycle. The thing roars. All headlights explode at once. Darkness floods in. 5. Aftermath. Dawn bleeds pale grey over Blackford Moor. The crash site is silent. Emergency crews arrive, late. Elara stands amid the wrecks, coat soaked in blood and fog. 17 alive. 3 dead. When she opens her Land Rover door, the roof drips again, 3 perfect drops. In her mirror, the ghostly outline of Isabel lingers in the back seat. Tomorrow, she whispers, you will see them die. Then she fades like breath on glass. Elara slams the mirror shut. Her hands tremble. And from deep within the fog behind her, something growls, low, ancient, patient. The Black Shepherd has begun to hunt. Part 2. 1. Night 9, The Return of the Dead. The fog tonight feels alive. It clings to Elara's patrol car like a second skin, crawling across the glass as though it breathes. She hasn't slept. 17 saved lives behind her. 3 lost. And each drop of blood on her car's ceiling glows faintly under the dashboard light, pulsing like a heartbeat. At mile marker 13, she sees them again. Not 1 ghost this time, but 3. Isabel Fraser stands in front, her torn nurse's uniform fluttering in the wind that doesn't exist. Beside her, Angus Reed, the road worker with half his head crushed. And Fiona McLeod, the 16-year-old schoolgirl whose collar drips endlessly red. All 3 raise their arms in unison. Elara whispers, where? They point, north, toward the higher ridge of Blackford. Then the radio erupts in static. A voice, distant, layered, not human. 3. Bound by road and wood. Let them die. Her headlights catch the reflection of something metallic ahead. She accelerates, and sees chaos unfold. A logging truck lies sideways across the road. Smoke and flames rise from crushed vehicles. Screams echo through the fog. She grabs her flashlight and runs into the inferno. The same 3 faces, the same ghosts, are among the victims. Time loops. History repeats. And in the smoke stands the towering Black Shepherd, red eyes pulsing like furnace coals. Elara fires her pistol, 1, 2, 3 shots. The fog swallows each bullet like water. The creature steps forward. The asphalt shakes. Its voice is the sound of grinding stone. 18 nights. Your blood seals the gate. Isabel screams from the other side of the flames. Run, Elara! Run! Elara dives behind her Land Rover as an explosion rips through the mist. The air turns orange and black. When the fire clears, the creature is gone, and so are the ghosts. 2. Night 10, the countdown begins. Elara sits in her car, gun trembling in her hands. She stares at the roof. The blood has spread wider, streaks forming the shape of a handprint. Every radio frequency she turns to whispers the same distorted voice. 17 remain. 6 will die. Choose, listener. She grips the steering wheel, eyes burning from sleeplessness. I don't believe you. But the next night, she finds a car half hanging off the cliff edge, family trapped inside. A child cries. And behind her, through the mist, red eyes watching. Elara rescues them, pulling each one free before the car slides into the abyss. The shepherd doesn't move. It only waits. Then it turns and vanishes into the fog. Back in her car, Elara sees the child's reflection in her rearview mirror, smiling. But when she turns around, the back seat is empty. 3. Night 11, the shepherd speaks. She dreams of it now. The tall, horned shadow walking the moor at dawn. Its voice whispering through the bones of the dead. Feed me. Or they will bleed for you. Elara wakes to the sound of her phone ringing, though there's no signal here. The display shows Isabel Fraser. She answers. He's close, the voice says. The bloodline hunts again. Then silence. She drives out into the storm. Wind howls through the open moor. At mile marker 15, a pickup truck burns in the ditch. The driver, still alive, trapped by his seatbelt. She frees him, but something cold brushes her cheek, invisible fingers. Her flashlight catches the faintest outline of a face in the mist, watching from inches away. She raises her pistol, fires, in nothing. When she returns to her car, the blood has spread again, dripping down the windshield like red tears. 4. Night 12, the bloodline. At the police station in Stirling, Elara digs into old case files. Photos from 1953, Isabel Fraser's murder. Then 1960 to 1970, a string of unsolved killings, all near Blackford Moor. All marked by the same symbol carved into the victim's flesh, a ram skull surrounded by a spiral of lines. The file lists one suspect. Malcolm Fraser, a local constable, never charged. Elara freezes. Fraser. The same surname as Declan, the man Isabel mentioned in her nightmares. She slams the folder shut. The room suddenly feels colder. Behind her, the light flickers. Her reflection in the window, not her own. One eye glowing white. 5. Night 13, fire and fog. The call comes at midnight. Vehicle overturned near mile marker 16. No response. Elara speeds through the fog. But when she arrives, the road is empty. No crash. No people. Only tire tracks leading into the moor. She follows on foot, gun raised. Then, a flare of orange light. A cottage burning in the distance. Screams inside. She kicks down the door. Two figures, a man and woman, tied to chairs, fire spreading across the walls. She cuts the ropes, drags them out. Outside, a figure stands in the road, Declan Fraser. Rifle slung over his shoulder. Eyes wild. You're not supposed to interfere, he says, grinning. The shepherd feeds on what it's owed. He fires. The bullet misses, shattering her side mirror. She returns fire, forcing him into the fog. When she checks the rescued couple, they're gone. No footprints. No bodies. Only smoke. 6. Night 14, the price. The ghosts don't speak anymore. They only watch her now, pale faces in her mirrors, reflections in the fogged glass. Isabel appears by her window, whispering through static. He hunts you, Elara. The cycle ends in blood. Elara slams her fist against the dash. Then I'll end it first. Her car dies. Engine off. Headlights flicker. The shepherd's shadow crosses the hood, enormous, wings of black mist spreading across the moor. Elara can't move. She feels her heart slowing. A hand of darkness presses against her chest, sinking through her skin. Isabel's voice echoes inside her skull. Let it in, just a little, or you'll die tonight. Elara gasps as the darkness seeps into her, a burning cold that turns her vision white. Then, suddenly, a light. The shepherd recoils, hissing. Her left eye turns milky, blind, yet seeing everything in the spirit world. She survives the night. Barely. 7. Night 1517, the spiral tightens. The next 3 nights blow into one endless nightmare. Elara no longer knows when she's awake or dreaming. She drives through the fog like a ghost herself, saving whoever she can. A hiker lost in the moor. A drunk driver trapped under his steering wheel. A woman screaming from the riverbank, her reflection showing a corpse. Each rescue costs her more strength. Each night leaves her weaker, colder, more like the dead she saves. By the 17th night, her radio whispers constantly, voices of the saved, the damned, and the shepherd itself, all led together. You cannot save them all. You are the last light. She sits in the car, revolver on her lap. Blood drips steadily from the ceiling, landing on her hands. 17 drops. 1 left. Isabel appears outside her window, her ghostly form clearer now, almost human again. She places a hand on the glass, mouth trembling. Tomorrow, Elara, he comes for you. Lightning flashes across the moor, illuminating something vast and skeletal in the fog, horns curving against the clouds, eyes burning like 2 suns. Elara closes her eyes, whispers to herself. Then let him come. Part 3. 1. Night 18, the final descent. September 20th, 2004. The fog rolls in earlier than usual. It has weight tonight, a suffocating presence that makes the air hum. Sergeant Elara Kane drives alone, her Land Rover groaning through the endless grey. On the ceiling, 17 dried blood drops form a crescent. A space waits for the 18th. Her left eye, the blind one, glows faintly white. Through it, she sees spirits walking along the roadside, silhouettes of those she saved, watching silently. At mile marker 16, her headlights catch a flicker of movement, a truck, hood open, hazard lights blinking. A man leans against it, pretending to check the engine. She knows the stance before she even sees his face. Declan Fraser. Younger than she expected. Cold grin. Rifle slung over his shoulder, and a steel cylinder of anesthetic gas beside him. Elara steps out, gun drawn. Hands where I can see them. Declan chuckles. Funny thing about this road, Sergeant. My family's been feeding it for generations. He raises the rifle, fires. Glass shatters. A bullet grazes her shoulder. Elara ducks behind the door, fires back. Sparks fly from the truck's metal. Declan retreats into the fog, laughing. The shepherd's hungry tonight. The fog thickens, swallowing him whole. Then, a tremor shakes the ground. From the darkness, 2 red eyes ignite. The black shepherd rises, fully formed. Over 3 meters tall, horns curling backward like antlers carved from night. Its body is made of smoke, but its teeth are bone. It steps forward, and the asphalt splits beneath its weight. Elara reloads. You want me? Come and take me. She fires again. The bullets vanish midair, swallowed by mist. The shepherd reaches out, claws like shadowy blades slicing her jacket, leaving icy burns across her skin. Declan's voice echoes through the fog, warped by the creature's power. Finish it. Her blood opens the gate. He appears from the mist, charges her with a knife. They collide on the wet road, sliding toward the cliff's edge. Elara punches, elbows, wrestles the blade from his hand. Declan headbutts her, nose breaks, blood sprays across the fog. You can't kill me, he snarls. He protects me. The shepherd roars, the sound of 1,000 screams carried by the wind. Elara staggers back, eyes wide. Through her wide eye, she sees the ancient seal carved into the earth beneath the road, the old Scottish sigil meant to bind the shepherd. She remembers Isabel's voice. Blood for blood. Yours must close what there's opened. She draws her knife and cuts her palm, tracing the spiral sigil on the asphalt with her own blood. The shepherd lunges. Declan grabs her arm, trying to stop her. She twists, firing point-blank into his chest. He falls, but doesn't die. The shepherd's smoke coils around him, healing him, pulling him upright again. Elara screams, pressing her bleeding hand to the center of the sigil. Light erupts, blinding, white-blue, burning through the fog. The shepherd shrieks, form unraveling. Declan howls as is dragged backward into the light, bones cracking, body splitting into ash. Elara collapses as the mist implodes, the echo of 1,000 souls crying out at once. Then is silence. Only the whisper of the wind through heather. When she opens her eyes, the shepherd is gone. Her left eye now fully white. And the 18th drop of blood slides from the ceiling, landing softly on her cheek. 3 years later, 2007. Blackford Moor sleeps under a heavy sky. Most nights, it's empty, but not tonight. Trooper Callum Grant stands alone at mile marker 13, flashlight trembling. He's young, new, full of belief. He's been hearing the same stories, the ghost road, the cursed marker, the woman in white. Then the fog thickens. A whisper curls around him. Grant. He turns. A figure in white stands behind him, face blurred, mouth stitched shut. He stumbles back, clutching his crucifix. The fog moves differently now, pulsing, twisting into a horned outline. The black shepherd is reborn. Its eyes ignite crimson. Grant drops to his knees, screaming as black tendrils wrap around his throat. Then, in a single motion, he drags his own knife across his neck, not dying, but changing. When dawn comes, he's found wandering the road, blooded and silent. His reflection in the mirror shows eyes glowing faint red. 3. The second hunter, Elara's return. Now Detective Elara Kane, older, wearier, summoned back to the moor. The news reports call it a copycat incident. She knows better. At the station, she finds Malcolm Fraser, retired inspector, grey-haired, limping. He smiles when he sees her. "We never stop feeding it, do we?" Elara's blood runs cold. "It was you." He nods. Declan failed. But family always finishes what family starts. He raises a gun, but she's faster, slamming him into the wall. "You killed them all, for that thing?" "It promised eternal sight," he breathes. And it kept its word. Behind his iris, faint red glow. Elara drives him to his remote farmhouse at Blackford's edge. The basement reeks of rot. She opens the door, and freezes. Rows of bodies preserved in plastic. 29 of them. Victims across 4 decades. Malcolm laughs, bleeding from a broken nose. "You can't stop it." The shepherd always finds a new listener. The lights flicker. The fog creeps through the cracks in the window. Elara knows what's coming. She lights the lantern. Then lets burn its altar. She drops the flame. The house ignites, fire racing up the walls. The shepherd howls from the smoke, pressing against the unseen barrier between worlds. Elara takes her silver knife, the one Isabel gave her in dreams, and plunges it into her own heart. Her blood hits the floor, forming the sigil once more. The flames turn blue. The shepherd screams as it's pulled back, sealed again, deeper this time. Elara collapses beside the burning doorway. Her last sight before darkness, Isabel's spirit kneeling beside her, whispering, "You've done enough. Rest now." 4. 20 years later, 2024. The road is quieter now. But legends never die. Detective Rowan Blair, age 30, drives the same patrol stretch through Blackford Moor. The sign reads, "Drive slow. Fog hazard." Her radio whispers static, then a faint female voice. "Mile marker 13. She stops. A flicker of white in the mist, Isabel Fraser again, unchanged since 1953. She leads Rowan toward the bog, where something dark protrudes from the peat. Rowan kneels, brushes away the mud, revealing a mummified woman still clutching an ID badge, Siobhan Kerr, missing 1989. The voice in the fog says softly, "The road remembers." When Rowan looks up, Isabel is gone. But beside her, faintly reflected in the car's side mirror, stands Elara Kane, older, silent, one eye glowing white. 5.